Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Let's get into it. So, today's video is going to be nice, sweet, simple, short, and to the point. Let's get to it. 44275, that is the level that we were focusing on in the weekly update. Now, that level has now come to fruition. We are now bouncing off of that level. I'm going to come down to the lower time frame to start this video off. Let's go over what was going on. You did have a triple/quadruple bullish divergence going on as you came right down to that level. And is it surprising that this is exactly the level where buyers stepped in? No, it is not surprising. We come over here to the hourly time frame, you could see we did have a long lower wick print off of that level. Why? Because that's your only support until you come all the way down here to 43686. Now here on the hourly time frame, you will have this minor support around 441. But if you come over to the daily chart, what happens to that support? Oh, it's completely gone. You don't have it. All right. So I do want to point out, once you lose this 44275 level, you have absolutely nothing here on the daily time frame until you come all the way down here to 437. The exact level to be paying attention to is 43686. If you want, you can literally make it as simple as this. All right. Let's put it a little below. What you want to do, actually, let's do this on the 15-minute time frame. All right. You're looking for, we're going to put it right here. If you got TradingView, you're going to do this with me. You're going to come over here and you are going to literally just do once per bar close. You can do crossing down and then you're going to hit create. I'm not going to hit it just because I'm going to be watching anyway, but I'm just going to let you guys know. All right. This is the only level you really got to be paying attention to. All right. If you're worried about downside, the only level you're worrying about is 44275. You're waiting for a 15-minute close underneath that level and boom, bop, bing, boop, pow. We likely are going to be heading down to 437-ish. Now, again, we will have this going on. You will have the 441 support. It's going to be minor support. You only could see it on the 15-minute and hourly time frame. It is not on the daily time frame. So keep that one in mind. So like I said, short, sweet, simple, to the point, whatever I said in the beginning of the video, that's what we got. We're rocking with it today. All right, guys, you had this on the daily time frame. You had this breakdown from this bear flag. The top of this bear flag was over here. If we're really just going to take a measure move approach here, you're going to literally be watching for this, and boom, where's that bringing you? It's bringing you right to our level. All right, I understand you're overshooting a little bit, but you get what you picking up what I'm putting down. I think you are. Let's continue. Coming over to QQQ again, short, sweet, simple, and to the point. What happened this morning off our level, guys? We had a triple bullish divergence going on right from the level. So what do you think was going to happen? We're very likely going to see that bounce. And I did have that arrow drawn is because you broke out. This was the level to be paying attention to intraday here. You broke out, you retested it, and you went off. Now, were you off the races? No. All right. If you were to have broken the high, then we would have been paying attention up here at 372.40, which was going to be your next resistance on the smaller time frame. But in terms of the daily chart, guys, what are we paying attention to? 369.15. That's the only thing you got to really worry about. All right. And like, unlike SPY over here, you have this little support. We're going to take that off just so we don't clutter a chart. But you come over to QQ. That day over there did actually create support over here for QQ's daily time frame. So we do have that marked here on a chart, 36623, which is the low of this candlestick right here. So if you want to put that on your chart, all right, guys, that's all you're paying attention to. You're going level to level. Like I continuously reiterate on this channel, guys. How do we take it? Say it with me, guys. Here on this channel, what do? We play it level by level. That is all you're gonna see. All right, we're gonna go over what's going on. We're gonna make predictions, but in the grand scheme of things, guys, when this level breaks, that is likely to happen. When that level breaks, that is likely to happen. That is the approach we take to pretty much everything here on this channel. All right, we have these scenarios. Well, guess what? You need the trigger for these scenarios, all right? If you break 369.15, I'd say you're very likely coming straight down to 366.23. But what are we looking for? We're looking for a 15-minute close underneath. You did get that bounce off it. Like I said, you had these bullish divergences over here right as you came down to the level, and boom, exactly. You bounced exactly off the level, right? There's no denying how accurate our levels here are. But, all right, if you get the 15-minute close underneath, that's my trigger. All right, the if-then scenario, that's the if. If you get the 15-minute close underneath, guess what? 366.23 is very likely in reach. It's probably coming in the same day. Now, I will point out that is just going to be a minor support, like I was pointing out over here in SPY. Yes, it's a little stronger, okay? You could see it on the daily time frame, but the strong support here is going to be 361.01. So regardless, if you break that 369.15 level, let's say you even get that daily close underneath it, what are we watching? 361.01. That's really the level that I think is going to be incoming. That is what we're paying attention to. Can bounces occur? Yes, bounces can occur. Your hourly oscillators are going to be oversold, or at least getting oversold where you got your last bounce. But I think the bounces are likely to be sold. I'm just going to put that out there. All right, but we're looking on the 4-hour time frame. You can even look at the daily time frame at this point. Guys, we made a lower low. All right, so even though you didn't get a daily close, which you really would like for confirmation, that is what I like seeing my closes. It just, look at it this way, right? Buyer and seller psychology. If you didn't get the close, then that side didn't win. If you did get the close, then one side admitted defeat. If you just see a wick on our level, then guess what, guys? That just, it's not confirmation. That's how I look at things. All right, but yeah, you came down to a level. You have a wick going off of it on the bottom there. But technically, that wick does create a lower low. So now, all right, we do have the start of, what do we have, guys? All right, you have this high up here. You have this low right here. You have this lower high compared to up here. Let me move this for you guys. All right, so you have a high, low, lower high, and as of today, we now have a lower low. Now, does this mean we're going straight down? No, all right? Like I said, we could have these bounces, but I think it's going to be sold if we do get a bounce. I know the 30-minute RSI also had this bullish divergence going on, and that's why I thought it was very likely you were going to end up getting that bounce here off this level. All right, but yeah, guys, all right, if you get the bounce, expect it to be sold, because we do now have a downtrend over here on the daily time frame. All right, again, I would like the daily close underneath this low just to signify that one side has caved. That is what I was just going over, buyer and seller psychology. If you don't get the close, then guess what? One side, the side you want to cave, is still just sitting there chugging along. He's pushing, he's fighting for his life, right? But right when you get the daily close, that's when the one side has admitted defeat, or they had admitted defeat. All right, so that is what I'm looking for next. But I am going to remind you guys, yeah, daily downtrend, we now have it. All right, so just like over here, all right, right when you broke above here, you knew we were likely going for a little bit further over there. SPY, right when we broke over here, I forgot 445.22. That was it. 44 right here. You can see it up there. All right. I was trying to use my memory, but no, 445.22. My eyes beat me to the take right there. But yeah, broke over here, guys. We were expecting a decent amount more of upside. Guess what? All right. You ended up running right to our 451.55 level, which I think we could find right here. All right, the low of this candlestick, was that it? No, the low of this one? Yeah, right there, 451.55. You ended up running in there, got rejected, all right? All right, regardless, guys, you're paying attention to 44275. That's pretty much it. You don't have to worry about anything else. If you want to watch on the smaller time frames, now what you're watching for is a break of this high here, which is 444.97, all right? So let's just put that as an exact level right there. Okay, guys, for more upside, if you want more of a bounce, which I still think is going to be sold, but if you want more of a bounce to then be sold, likely to then be sold because of what I just pointed out in the daily time frame, and you're looking for a move over 444.97, and that's when you will have no resistance till you come all the way up here to gap resistance at 447.50. All right, but again, likely to be sold, because we now have a daily downtrend. Just like over here, we had the daily uptrend. We're likely getting more upside. Well, guys, I'm saying right now, we likely have some more downside that we got to talk about in the coming trading sessions. We do also have FOMC coming up. Maybe that could act as a catalyst. All right, I'm just going to point out right now. All right, guys, we had hot PPI. We had, before that, hot CPI. What were we saying since the hot CPI? That bounces were likely to get sold. I think the bounces are getting sold. So if we get a bounce, I still think it's going to be sold. Guys, you just had two hot inflation prints. That's literally like the whole narrative that we ran off of, right? That has flipped, all right? I just don't think, market participants are going to be too optimistic on it. But I am going to point out, if you get back down here, all right, 430-ish on SPY, I still think that's where a lot of buyers step in. But if you do that, I'm going to also acknowledge here, what did we just talk about on the daily time frame? The trend change right there, right? Well, guess what? If you do come down to 430 and you get down there, you're going to put in a lower low. And then I'm going to have to be like, oh, shit. we're probably going a little bit lower. All right. So like I said, guys, we're going to play it level by level here on the channel. All right. I will stand by that. No matter what my bias, I will stand by that. We'll play it level by level. When these things happens, those things are what we got to pay attention to. DIA, guys, also broke down. It's just not looking good. You're still just sitting there bouncing on support. Now, I will point out, all right, you did break it. All right, compared to over here, you have a lower low going on. All right, so that's the start to a trend change over here on the daily time frame. IWM, I do like the setup. I'm just going to remind you guys what we went over here. I think this is in the weekly update, but I also brought it up sometime last week. All right, you got a head and shoulders formation going on. It's a very sexy head and shoulders formation. All right, I haven't seen something this clean in quite some time. And I'm also going to point out, if you take a step back to the weekly time frame, you can also see right here you got a head and shoulders. All right, guys. So like bearish structure across the board right now. That is what I'm seeing. Lower lows on SPY and QQ on the daily time frame. Bearish, clear as day, bearish head and shoulders structure here on the daily time frame, and then you come over here to the weekly and you also have a bigger one. So guys, I'm just saying things don't look the best. It's the same thing I've been saying for probably since the beginning of last week. Whenever I started changing my tune, I don't remember. All right, but you do have this rising wedge. We just got the breakdown. I think you're probably going to start testing these low, like the 361. Let's actually put a fib on here. I bet this almost perfectly aligns with the 0.786. All right, what do we got going on, huh? Oh, what is that? The 0.786, all right? Isn't that funny how TA works out? All right, guys, golden pockets down there. I think at least if this is just going to be a correction to this move and then we're going to continue and it's going to do something like this. All right, let's just put this back on. All right, hang on. Let Henry's actions to catch up with his brain right now, all right? Guys, if it's just going to be a correction from this move right here, I think we're very likely going to come somewhere in this golden pocket. All right, and I think it's very likely going to be right here at 361, and then we'd get a bounce, and we're going to have to see where we go over here. If we come back up and break the high, then guys, yeah, we're testing these highs up here, and that was all she wrote, all right? Like, of this correction, that would have been all she wrote, all right? But I don't know if that's going to happen. We're just going to have to watch this level down here. It is right there at the bottom of the golden pocket. If it's going to be a retracement, that's the, line in the sand there. It has to hold up here. If you start breaking down through this 0.786 fib, even if it's just with a wick, I'm probably going to say, guys, we're probably coming to revisit this low at 354. All right, the low is 354.71. That is something that will be on my chart if we start breaking down past this level right here, 361.01. All right, with that being said, guys, I hope it was pretty simple and to the point there. I hope I made it pretty easy. I know I talk pretty fast, but I'm just going to outline this one more time, guys. 44275 already made the lower low here on the daily chart. So I do think we do go lower. Any bounces likely do get sold because of what I'm pointing out right here. All right, 15-minute chart. What are you watching? 15-minute close underneath 44275. Next support is going to be all the way down to 436.86. If you want a safe short, I'd say that is the buy the breakout short right there. That would be, you want proof of concept there. You want that 15-minute close. Once you get it, buy the short. That's just what I'd be doing and probably what I will do. All right, QQQ. Very simple over here too. All right, already got the lower low. All right, on the daily time frame, bounce likely to get sold. And guess what, guys? All right, underneath here, you got a clean shot all the way down to 366.23, which is a weak support. And then you're coming all the way down here, all right? So if you're playing QQ, you got a $3 move right there. If you're playing SPY, you got a bigger move right there. 443 down to 437, all right? What is that, $6? There you go, $6 and $3 move over here on QQ. That is what you're paying attention to. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Everyone have a lovely rest of your day. And peace. Look at NVIDIA. Peace.